Mothers are worth celebrating. It's love season, and we need to celebrate the mothers all over the world. I salute some now mothers all over the world. And here with me, today is gonna be a super show. Guess what? I have here with me a mother. Waiting for people to join our show. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to say how is the weekend going. I almost forgot how it's getting off today. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be Monday tomorrow. Ooh, lot of work. Well, I hope you had a nice weekend anyway. Still waiting for people to join us. Avila Jacobs, Adebanjo, Jide Kemi, good to see you on this show. This is Manchester Mental Illness Foundation on live show. I'm an advocate. I advocate for mental illness sufferers. Good to have you. We have this show every Sunday, 6 p.m. UK time. And today we are celebrating mothers. How is mommy doing? It's good to see you on this show. Thanks for joining. Nice show. Thank you, Avila Jacobs. Your honorable sir. Still waiting for people to join our show. We're gonna keep going in a few minutes. Okay. As you all know, my name is Olusheyi or Jajune or Dudimu. You know, and in today's show, we're going to be talking about motherhood stress and how, mothers can cope, and how children, our husbands, how the society in general can help mothers cope with, with stress, with motherhood stress. We worry too much, we carry much load, and that alone can lead to mental illness. It's not always very easy for mother, multitasking and a lot of things leading to stress. I know it's not always very easy, but what can we do? We keep raising lawyers, doctors, wonderful people in the society, but sometimes we need to be celebrated. And so it's love season. So may I use this opportunity, this season, to celebrate all mothers. Can I ask you a question? What are your plans for your mom this love season? Are you planning to take your mother out? Consider that. Think over that for once. I know most of us would have had our plan. Bossa Lovett Sanusi, thanks for joining our live show. Sister Bossa, thank you. Please invite your friends, share our videos, like and join us on Instagram. Watch our videos on YouTube as well. Thanks for joining. We appreciate you so much. And I said previously that it's love season and we want to celebrate all mothers all over the world. And so I'm inviting a mother here, but before I introduce her, I'm just going to celebrate mothers. I asked a question before, if anyone ever consider, taking their mothers out for VAR rather than their girlfriend. I'm just joking. You can have the two of them together anyway. They are not rivals. So you can always have them together. Mothers are wonderful. We are so wonderful. We are more than useful. We are helper. We raise wonderful children. Mothers, they would rather prefer to have flowers on their hair rather than having diamond on their neck. That is the extent at which mothers can go. We are so protective, we are courageous, we are incredible. We face life with Oh, thanks so much for joining us, sir. You're welcome. You're always joining us. Thank you. Continue to follow us. Continue to share our videos. Continue to support us till we reach our goals, taking the stigma of mental illness away from Nigeria, helping people to build coping strategies, helping people to live their life in an adequate manners, to achieve their goals in life. We have We are so resourceful in Nigeria. John Patience, thank you for joining, sir. It's so good to have you. Welcome to Nigeria Stop Mental Illness Stigma live show. So we're actually talking about motherhood stress and how they can cope with the stress. How the society, the community, how we can help them cope. You know, the children, how we can help our mothers cope as well. So with me, I have a guest here with me today. But before that, I'm just trying to eulogize mother, you know, to praise them. I said we are so protective, we are incredible, we are courageous, we face life with bravery. We are so independent that, you know, that we can just do a lot of things at the same time, and yet we still continue to go on. That's why you will see a mother being stressed, but despite that, they keep continuing to move on with life. We are so strong. We are lioness. Please, a shout out to our mothers all over the world. You are wonderful. You can bear all burdens and still remain strong with energy and confidence. Mothers are stable throughout all season. They never get broken. Oh my God, we never get broken. We need to be celebrated this season. But remain determined for you people's safety. We raise wonderful people, glorious people. Oh, mothers are to be celebrated. And please join me as I welcome to this show today a mother. She's a mother. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the screen, you know. Yeah, I just wanted to see her face. She's a very brave mother. Honestly, she is brave, and she's a nursing student. She's a caterer. She had 2 boys like me. Honestly, I can imagine what you are passing through with those boys, because I have those 3 boys, and I can say, oh, I call you a lioness. Please join me as I welcome to this show my wonderful sister here. Welcome to this show. Even though you have never, I've been asking you to please give me all those your recipe for catering. Oh, those your cake, they are so super. So please join me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so
Nice
oh, it's good to have you around here. So I welcome you to this show.
Thank you.
And obviously you already know we're going to talk about motherhood stress today, and how you especially are coping, so that people at home can learn from you. Ellie San Martin, thanks for joining us. It's good to have you here. We are celebrating mothers, so we are talking about motherhood stress and how people can cope with it. And here with me is a wonderful mother, a brave mother. Honestly, I envy, and I can't use the word I envy. Honestly, I admire. Yes, I admire her courage. She's a student like me. She's a nursing student, and she's a mother, a wife, a working class, a career lady. Avila Jacob Azam Shoma. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for always supporting us. Welcome to Nigeria Stop Mental Illness Stigma show.
Thank you.
Oh, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So I know motherhood is a very challenging calling, and it requires multitasking.
Yeah.
Yeah, which also demand your psychological well-being.
Yeah.
And this is to function to a satisfactory level of emotional and behavioral adjustments. So I'm just thinking, how have you been able to be coping with motherhood stress, despite, you know, you're in the Western world, no family, you do all things yourself, and yet you still, you're just, I don't know how to describe you, but I just say, I admire your courage.
I think one thing in life is all about focus and wanting, desire to do to move forward, and then desire to achieve something. If you desire to achieve something, if you make up your mind to achieve something, you will definitely achieve it. I'm a mother. I'm a student of learning disability nursing, University of West London. I'm in my 2nd year. It's not easy coping with assignment, coping with exam. Like I just finished my exams, and to my greatest surprise, I came out with flying colors. And I've got 2 boys, in which is not easy. You have to take them to school. You have to get someone. You have to run to school very early in the morning.
Absolutely.
You have to give the kids with a childminder to take them to school. You have to run back from school all the way from London to Milton Keynes to come and pick them up. But to the glory of God, we are coping. And not just being a student, and because I'm a self-employed person.
I know that.
I'm into catering services and cake baking.
And I love your cake. Believe me.
It's not easy to combine marriage, studying, and then motherhood, and then business. It's not easy, but the thing is that everything in life is about determination. When you are determined and you are focused and you are in your right-sided mind,
Adeboye
you'll be able to
Nelson.
achieve all this.
Yes, sorry, Adeboye Nelson, Akitime. Thanks for joining. This is Niger Stop Mental Illness _ Stigma Foundation, the only channel that talks about mental illness in Nigeria, and it's good to have you here. Please continue to watch our videos, share our videos as we share. You know, we talk about motivating issues, we help people develop their self-esteem, self-confidence, and we help people live their good psychological well-being. You know, we help people we help Nigerians to change their perspective on mental illness. Thanks for joining. Please proceed, sister. I can actually testify to that because I'm a mother myself. I'm a student. It's not been so easy. You mentioned assignments, and I have 3 boys. You can imagine the school runs and everything like that, which require good psychological and emotional stability. Okay.
So I'm just trying to encourage our women of our women of this generation to empower them that yes, you can do it. If we in Western world can do it even without having house help, without having mother-in-laws, without having sister-in-laws to run around for us,
Without having family.
without having any family here. So it's just a matter of you planning your day. When you plan your day and you pray, God really
It's very
see you
important.
through. Praying is always important, and then you don't get stressed. All these are stressful, but don't allow them to weigh you down. You can only get mentally depressed when you allow things to weigh you down. You understand? Because I'm using myself as an example. I don't know how I do it. I don't know. But I
Because
thank
you're
God
so focused and determined, honestly.
I'm so focused, I'm so determined. Even my kids asked me, there was one that was asking the other day, say, Mommy, did your mom wanted you to be a cake baker? And I'm like, no. But just to make a living and to make sure you guys are okay, whenever you ask me for anything I can provide, I need to do something with my hands.
But do you actually know you are actually building their mental stability, that they can be so resilient so as to, you know, do a lot of things on their own? Because I always tell my children as well that you can do a lot of things. You can be a footballer and at the same time a doctor. You can be, you know, you can be a governor and at the same time being a father at home, a responsible one for that matter. So you are really doing very well, sister. You're doing really good.
Thank you.
So I love to know about some of your coping strategies, really.
Actually, I love partying. That was when I was in London.
Nigerians generally.
I love party. Whenever there's party, I go to party, and most times if I'm not doing anything, I just make up my mind. I want to be on bed. I want to be in bed for today.
To relax. It's very important.
Relaxing is
Believe
very
me.
important. And then I try to eat what I want, what I desire. You know, whenever I feel like eating something, that's what I want.
And you eat elderly.
And I eat healthy, you know. So, and being around my kids is another thing, and my husband as well. It's so supportive, you know.
That's very important. Please, men, be so supportive. It's not always very easy coping with multitasking children, at the same time pursuing our career. Fathers all over the world, I beseech you, please, I'm pleading, be so supportive, because I've heard so many, you know, some of my friends at school, they do talk about fathers that are not so supportive of their career, and some of them are even go to any length that they can even just decide to ignore so many things at home. They don't have, even washing the clothes is part of it. Cleaning is part of it. It doesn't necessarily mean that women has to do everything. You have to be so supportive. Support us, help us, so as to stay mentally, you know, to be mentally stable. And that is exactly how we can raise your children to become who you want to be, you want them to become. So, you know, like I always tell people that motherhood is not a competition
at all. It's not.
And there is no true definition to a good mother.
Yeah.
So may I just know the things you engage in, you know, that just make you feel like, that makes you develop those skills of a good mother?
Actually, for you to be a good mother, you need to understand what your kids like, their likes and dislikes. I understand that my kids love football, and I engage with them in football.
Boys do.
I take them out for their football activities, and whenever there's matches, we sit down together, and I provide all the popcorn, all the drinks and everything.
Yeah.
That when you eat,
Believe me, they love that.
In my family,
boys love that as
we
well.
we have different teams. Everybody has their teams. You know, sometimes we play against each other, but then it's just fun of it. For you to see your parents sitting down close to you, chatting, laughing, talking about the ball, analyzing.
Yeah.
You know, those things keeps me going as well. And then helping the children to do their homeworks, and then asking them to tell you about their day, and asking you about your own day as well. You know, it's something that makes a mother.
Yeah, it's even a very good thing because you're actually trying to engage, you know, involve in their life activities. And you need to teach them what you have to teach them. You don't let other people teach them what you don't want them, especially in this generation where there is, you know, there is this technology. Yesterday I spoke about technology abuse, you know. So many of our children are facing so many challenges online. I heard about on the Victoria Debichem line, I heard about what happened to a child last week. You know, that I think something happened. He read something online and he felt devastated, and to the extent that he began to have suicidal thoughts and was feeling like, oh no, I can't do this anymore. And you know what? So last week during my show, I talked about building my children's mindset, and someone said, this is the Olasukomi Owoyele. Thanks for joining. This is Nigeria Stop Mental Illness, the Stigma Show. You're highly welcome. I recognize you. Thank you. So, you know, and somebody called me, somebody watched the video and called me and said, oh, what's the meaning of that? Why would you say you're building your mindset against your home people, against Nigerian people? Then I said, no, that's not what I meant. You know, Nigerians, naturally we're so abusive. Even some parents back home, I don't do it. I know some parents do it that they will actually say, Olori Buku, Olori Ive, you know, Olori Ive, you know, the other side of it, abusing their children, talking to them anyhow. I know some parents do it, and you know, it's our personality. And the children here, they are not used to such. And I begin to build their mindset. When you go to Nigeria and people begin to tell you, don't feel scared or don't go to any extent that, oh, why would this person do this? It will begin to affect your emotional well-being. And I was like, oh my God, that's not exactly what I meant. What do you have to say to that about building our children's mindset on certain things?
I think building our children's mindset is very important because they are still growing, as you know. They are still growing. They are teen and they are exposed to a lot of things that scares them. And the only people they can run to is their parents. And it depends on your relationship with your kids, and that's what will make them to come and be open up to you. If you are not close to your children, if you don't ask them about their day, if you don't tell them where you are going, if you don't tell them what you are doing, if you don't sit down together and have a good time with them, it will be difficult for them to even tell you whatever they are passing through.
They are not taking part in their upbringing.
It's good you engage with your children. It's good you socialize with your children. You have fun with them. You play games with them. It will encourage them to be able to open up. My kids don't hide anything from me because if I go to school, if for instance I go to class today and something happened in class, when I come back, I'll tell them the positive side.
It's a very just
to encourage them to speak out. And when I ask them about their day, they also speak out because they tell me, oh mommy, some boy did, like my boy was telling me that he's just in year 5 and he's telling me about his friend that kiss, and I'm like, wow, did their parent know about it? And he said he doesn't know. So I encouraged him. I said, well, to kiss is for grown-ups. Kissing is for grown-ups and not for children. Okay,
of course.
So I didn't tell him. I need to enlighten him. I didn't tell him, oh, God forbid, never, don't follow that boy, don't be his friend, no. I just told him, well, kissing is for grown up. When you get to that age, you will do it. And he was asking what age. So I told him, you know your brother, he has finished university. Now you can have a girlfriend, you can kiss if you want.
Absolutely.
But you guys are still a baby, so when they're doing it, don't join them. You know? If I wasn't close to him, he won't open up.
Of course. Even mine. The moment they just come into the house, they just begin to like blah blah blah, because I do the same thing with them. And I think it's a very good thing, engaging our children, you know, because we don't want outsiders to teach them what we don't want them to know. So it's even better you do that at home yourself, you know, balancing things up, and then like that you'll be able to, like, you know, help them to be steady in life. To be steady, they need to be steady as well. We want to build wonderful children. We don't want to build destroyer. We want to build children that when they eventually get married, you know, they will know that, oh, I have to discuss with my partners.
Yeah.
Not children that they just want to be by themselves. And those are one of the things that damages mental health, believe me. When you can't speak out, when you can't, you know. And then I think why most mothers, why they are not so much enlightened about these things is because they don't read books. You know, there are some books that I do that myself. I read motherhood books. I read the Bible as well. Some say they read their Quran. I watch motherhood movies. I join motherhood clubs, and I also attend women's seminar like those ones we do have in the church. I do see you as well, also. And I think those are the things that improve us, that help us, you know, that help us to meet with life challenges, especially in this generation. I must tell you, I can say this is the worst generation, but this is the most challenging generation.
Yes.
People are facing a lot. Mothers, especially mothers in the Thanks for joining and just Top Mental Illness live channel. So live show. I know so many women face mental health problems during pregnancy and after giving birth. Do you ever experience any at all?
Probably I would say it happened in my when I had my first child, but it's not really, I don't know. Maybe they said it's a postnatal depression or something, but probably because of the pain of the labor, you know,
or overexcitement. You know, it's both negative and positive events that do just lead to mental illness. It could be overexcitement,
exactly,
like
and
that's coming from me,
and and it doesn't even last just for a few days. And then I was able to recover, and I was happy having the baby.
Probably you were surrounded by people.
I was.
Because I know you are a very vocal person like me.
My husband was there, and he was really supportive. But I was crying because, you know, in London, there's no money help. You know.
I know. I can imagine.
Probably I was thinking of my mom. Oh, I wish my mom is here. I wish my mom is here. You know. But I was able to cope.
So how were you able to cope?
I was able to cope because my husband was around me. He was supporting me with housework. He asked me to just relax, not to touch anything, just look after the baby. And then people from the church, I attended Living Water Parish then in London. They used to come around, RCCG, the ladies there, they used to come around to give me some support.
And they already had experience. So you just discussed with them.
Yes.
And I think it could be that you were also prepared to, you know, to lift the burden.
Yes.
Because I know most of us, if you are matured before you get married, before you had children, you will probably be prepared to shoulder the burden that, yes, I am prepared, because I know there are a lot of young mothers now that they always fall victim of postnatal depression. And it's always very difficult for those ones to cope because they were not actually prepared to shoulder the responsibility of motherhood.
Not really. Because I was 24 when I got married and I had my first.
How do you stay away from stress? Please feel free to ask questions. And I just had a question on right now. How do you stay away from stress? Yes, there are so many things you can do to stay away from stress. You have to always plan yourself ahead. And another thing is, you need to take life the way it comes. You have to, you have to be optimistic about life. Just recognize the fact that things, and I mean, unforeseen occurrences will always surface in life. Once you have those things that, no matter what happens, I will always remain resilient. Believe me, you will survive. And another good thing is, socializing. You need to socialize. You need to. I'm not a very, a very socialized person.
No, you need to. Actually, you really need to socialize. Socialize. But go out, treat yourself. Don't carry all the burdens of life in your head. Try to take a break. Go for regular exercise. Eat what you like. Do what you know makes you happy. That's how you can keep away from stress.
I think my own way of socializing is I love to watch movie a lot. I watch movie and I love my shopping. I love window shopping. I can just decide to drive out and say, oh, today I'm going to be in this. When I drop the children, sometimes when I'm off at school, the moment I drop the children at school, I will just go straight to the center. I can walk till the children close at school, believe me. And sometimes I might not even buy anything. You will just see me coming. What has this lady been doing here?
I love shopping as well.
So window shopping is also very good, women. You don't need to have money before you go. just go and look. Then when you have money, you know, you prepare yourself already that, oh, I saw that shoe, I'm going to buy it. I saw that foundation, I need to buy it, you know. So
just put every stress behind you and move on as the day goes on. Otherwise,
yeah. And then you need to always have persistent conversations with people as well. Don't put everything in your mind though. They said, I used to hear in Nigeria that when you put things in your mind, you die with it. Yeah. And is it even very good? It's not a good thing to die with ideas, views, visions. So share things with people, talk to people. What are the major challenges you face as a mother?
School runs is a major challenge. You can imagine taking the children to school, going back and picking them, giving them food, feeding them is a major challenge. And another thing, having to drive like 1.5 hours or 2 hours to your own university is a major challenge. You understand? Sometimes you stuck up in traffic, like what happened in M1 on Friday.
Yeah.
I was going to school, I woke up around 5:30, get on M1 at 6:30. And I couldn't leave that particular spot until 9 o'clock because of major accidents. You know, but I said to myself, the guy that was with me was worried. But I said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm not going to be stressed. No, because there's no magic.
You know, I just love, I love your optimistic mind.
I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna be upset with myself. I was so calm. I was so relaxed. We got to school at 10. I said, well, I'm here. I'm in the class. You know. So you just go on as the day goes.
Yes.
Just go with the day.
Yes, I usually get most pleasure from my children. You know why? Because I'm a very friendly person. I have so many friends, but I'm not this person that love to, you know, have friends, and because I'm not too good, maybe I can maintain friendship for long because I will not be able to create that time you want me to create. Yes. So what I do is I get most of my pleasure with my children. We do go out together, we do biking together, you can ask them. We do biking, sometimes we can just decide to go and play football. We play football together, we do a lot of things together. We watch movie on Saturday, we have this our weekend popcorn time. We watch movie, we talk, we just, and you know what, we do fight. Yeah.
And as a wife, you know, it's sweet to be a wife and it's stressful to be a wife as well. Yeah. But the thing is, you need to make your husband, your spouse, to understand you and you understand him. If you understand each other, I think it's going to relieve a lot of stress. You understand? And as a mother or as a wife, you need to always pray and then encourage your spouse and then encourage yourself. You guys should communicate.
Communication is very important.
When you're tired, when you're stressed, he knows you're stressed. He can even say, oh my dear, don't worry, I'll do this, and it's lifting up those burdens on you.
Yes, because even our pastor said it today.
But if you don't speak, if you don't tell your spouse your worries, he won't know what is wrong in your life. You need to speak out.
They can't read your mind.
Yeah, you need to speak out.
You just need to speak out, you know. You have to talk, and believe me, understanding is just the best language in marriage. It's the best way to manage, you know, as a wife and mother. How do you balance the relationship between your husband and your children? That's
easy.
difficult. Yeah, difficult.
It's easy because I got 2 boys, and you know, although one is 8 and the other one is 9. How do you balance it? When these kids are away, you be with your husband. Even when the kids are around, just give them what they want.
That's a bit difficult.
Stick to your man. You always stay with your man. You sit down together, like me. What we do, I told you that we love football in my house. We sit down together. Yes. We watch football. I'm a caterer, but if I know that my husband is around, I'm still gonna take an order. But when you're sleeping, that's when I'm doing my order. You understand? As soon as he's awake, I'm out of the kitchen. I want to be beside him. Or I plan my day ahead. So in order for me to spend my quality time with him. Because I wouldn't want a situation whereby he has to come and say, oh, I've been here since and you didn't care, you're just busy in the kitchen, blah blah blah. No.
And men don't really like
plan. When you plan, if you have, let's say for instance, if I take an order of a cake today and I know that the person needs the cake for Friday, okay, I'll make sure that all the things I need are ready, and then on Thursday I will do the baking and decoration. The person will pick up on Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've had quality time with my husband.
Of course.
And in between, my husband goes to work. Yeah. When he's out, I'll do all the things I need to do. Yeah. When he's back, we're sitting down. It will look as if I didn't do anything. That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, but I do hear from a lot of people, especially here in the UK. They do tell me is something very difficult balancing things up between children, husband, career, and stuff like that.
Well,
and I can testify to that as well, because sometimes you just want to be busy with
to do this. Can you excuse me? I think approach the way you handle things goes a long way. I think
it does.
Yeah,
it does. And it's just understanding the matter. You need to always discuss with it. Communication matters a lot.
Yeah,
it matters. Once you tell your husband that, okay, this is what I'm facing, of course, they can even see it themselves too.
Yeah.
But sometimes there are some things we're passing through that they cannot see. We just need to let them understand that, oh honey, this is what I'm passing through, this is what I'm facing, and stuff like that. So okay, that's the one we took.
I hope we are able to answer your questions.
Yes. If you still have any more questions, please reach out to us. We are here to help mothers in this love season, you know, because I know I know I am there. I know it's not very easy. You can testify to that.
Even as a mother, if you're not treated by someone, treat yourself. You know, treat yourself.
Of course, that's very important as well.
You need to treat yourself and make yourself
Give yourself
appreciate
treat.
Yourself. Like Pastor Funke Felix Adejumo would say, treat yourself.
Yeah,
Don't at the that you're waiting for somebody to come and treat you. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
And make yourself happy.
You first, because
even
if you're no more
anywhere, buy cake, let
nobody
them
will
deliver to
do
your
that
house with
thing.
a flower, do selfie. Treat yourself and make yourself happy.
Get yourself nice foundation, get yourself nice stuff. You know, there are some mothers that will say, my children. You just have to let everything be 50-50.
Yeah, balance it.
Balance everything up. You don't have to everything your children alone, and that you just look unkept for your husband. We want to look really good. We don't want to miss them. I know motherhood is really challenging. I know I am there, especially in this Western world. I used to tell people that if they are calling mothers, let the mothers in the Western world, let them raise their hands, their mothers. I'm not saying those in Africa, I'm not saying they are not performing their responsibility.
But of course, they've got level of help.
Of course.
Yeah, you've got house girl, you've got mother-in-laws, you've got sister-in-laws, you've got father-in-laws, you've got people around you.
Aunties, sisters, they are there. Yeah. But here is you alone doing everything. So
you're a driver, you're a cleaner,
you're everything.
You're everything.
I know. Even sometimes it's so stressful. You might even be at school. You can imagine sometimes you'll be in school and you just receive a call. Your child is very sick. You need to come quickly. Driving all the way, 2 hours drive, 1 hour driving to come and pick the child. It's so hectic. It's so hectic. So what we're saying in essence is that there are so many things that could lead to motherhood stress, could lead to depression, could lead to any kind of mental illness to all mothers. But then we just have to learn to manage our life. We have to let go of some certain things, because women most especially, you know, we do put a lot of burdens on our head.
Yeah.
I used to do that before, believe me. Really? But now, yes, I get worried about people a lot. Are you annoyed with me? Are you this? But these days, especially when when I started this course and I realized there are some things that will actually deteriorate our mental health. So I stopped some certain things. So getting to be more enlightened, getting critical understanding of some certain things can also help you. You need to read books. Don't just sit down. You need to learn to know about some certain things, learn to know about what is going on in life. Especially in these societal factors such as social media that is affecting our children. I wonder how you are coping. How do you separate your children from social media, games and stuff like that?
I think it's by timing them. That's what we do in the house. We time them, and whenever we just engage them with a lot of schoolwork activities. We engage them with a lot of activities, and we take them for tuition, like lessons. We call them lesson back home. We take them. Then in the weekends, they're only allowed in the weekends or when they're on holiday to play games. Yeah, because
I watch. You know what? I watch on one live show on TV. I don't know. I just watch it, and I saw some parents. They showed some parents destroying all their children devices.
Really?
They bought them.
Yeah, but children.
But they were like, grown up like 18, 17, 16. They said, oh my God, this is sending these children out of this world. They are in another realm entirely. Because sometimes you call them, you need them, and you just find your children playing games, and they won't even answer.
Yeah.
Some do it to the extent that they had to take. There was this this article I read about a young lady. You know, she normally take our device to the bedroom when she will be listening to music and at the same time taking a shower, doing all sorts of things in the toilet. So something happened one day. She plugged it from her room to the toilet, and something happened. The parents were not aware. The wire fell into the bath and she died.
She got electrocuted.
Electrocuted, yes.
That's sad.
I was Musa Keita. Thanks for joining. Welcome to this forum. So, you know, I felt really bad. And I just felt, as a mother, how could you control your home with this old social media everywhere?
You can. I think I don't know, maybe I don't know in Africa, but here there's a way you can do your internet.
Parental permission.
They will set it in such a way that the child won't be able to go beyond. And another thing is you can control them by keeping their hyper
constant
supervision. Only when you give it as a treat. You know, you allow them to use it as a treat. Probably maybe they pass their test or something. That's when you give them as a treat, and then you control. You make them to realize that probably if it's only weekends you want to be giving them, tell them it's just weekend.
It's even a good orientation, you know.
If it's after the school is on vacation, you want to allow them to use it. You allow them to use, but give them a certain time.
Exactly.
And you have to be taking them out. Don't just allow, because if you leave them, even if you say you're leaving them in a weekend, they can be there in the whole weekend on that particular devices.
Of course,
but you have to create an activity for them. Then you have to take them out.
Yeah.
You have to engage them with different things.
What about busy parents? You know, there are some parents, they are so busy. Oh my goodness. You know, sometimes when I'm doing my assignment, I know I have really initiated such idea in my house that I give them this orientation that there is time for everything. Even the Bible stated it. You must have time for this. Divide your time, and that will even help you to be resilient, you know. But sometimes, especially when I'm busy with my assignment, let me just be sincere, I have to leave them to do this, and they are always very happy. Like now that we're busy, I just have to keep them. But what we do is, you know, this constant, you have to keep looking back. Some parents don't look back.
You have to, because another thing, you don't have to have a lot of devices in the house. If you have two,
I stopped some now.
2 among 5 children, you know, it's difficult. You tell them they're fighting for it. Everybody wants to use it, you know. It's something that can even stop it. If you have a lot in the house, it's a problem. Just have few of it.
It's true.
In the
You're
house.
right.
If you have few of it in the house, you'll be able to control who uses it and who doesn't. Use it. You understand? And basically, these things are meant for them to be doing that, to be using it for their assignment. You know, the ones that I've got home, I make sure that my kids, if they want to do their assignment, I'm with them. Sitting with them, we're doing it together. As soon as they finish, you keep it. It's time to go to bed. Go to bed, take your book. You can read your book. You can go and do comic if you want. But you don't allow them. Just time them. It's timing that will make you to control them. You can't stop them from using it.
Exactly.
It's just timing. Even if you password it, when you're trying to come on the devices, they keep looking at you to know what the code is.
Yeah. Can I just talk about, you know, there are some young ones out there who are ripe for marriage but really scared to go into marriage because they are scared of having children. And there are some, because I have some of them here, like, you know, like some children that calls me auntie, and I asked one of them that, when are you having children? She's been married for 3 years now, and she told me, auntie, you know, I'm really stressed of having children because I know what my mom passed through, and motherhood, you know, is so stressful. I just don't want that. What advice would you like to give to such ones?
I don't know. Having children is a choice. It's not a necessity.
It's not.
Yeah, it's a choice.
But remember, we have to be fruitful to subdue this.
That's what the Bible says, isn't it? Yeah.
There's
no point having children that you cannot look after.
Yeah.
It will be a burden to the society.
Of course, it
you
will.
Understand? If she's in a right state of mind, and when she's ready for it. But it's good as a woman to have children, because you have somebody who will keep you company, who will make you to run around, and you think of your young days. You understand? But it's not a must that a woman must have children. If you can cope with it, yes, why not? But if you have children and you can't look at it, you know, like this Western world, if you have children you can't look at it, social worker will come after you. Your child will get thrown into institution, and then that's how the child's life will be destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, and no parent want to see their child's life being destroyed.
We want to raise wonderful children.
We want to raise wonderful children. So if they cannot, I will advise them. If they don't want to, it's up to them. And if they want to, don't have too much.
Yes.
Have what you can do.
Even though it's just one, because
Yes.
you know what I told them? I told them that it's a great experience. They just need, what they just need is, they need people to give them good orientation.
Yeah.
I told one of them, speak to your mom. She has been there. Speak to mothers who have experience. Just ask them how they cope. Read the books that will, that will enlighten you and stuff. There's so many things people can do, to help themselves build. There's finance and motherhood. Is it right for you and your husband to have the same bank account as a mother and wife? What do you think?
That was what was discussed in church today. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Yeah,
I used to say one thing. The Bible said marriage is an institution, isn't it? And the woman is the helper to the man.
Of course.
And it's up to you actually. We cannot dictate. We cannot say it's good for you, and we cannot say
it's just individual decision, personal decision.
Yeah, it's a matter of choice because some men they squander money anyhow. And some women too. Some women save.
In most cases,
some men don't save.
Women are, we're so materialistic.
Yes.
Believe me.
Apart from that, so a lot of some women saved. Even if you're having a joint account as a woman, even if you're having a joint account with your husband, I would still advise that you have an account in case of emergency. You understand? In case of if there's any emergency like God forbid, if there is a separation between you and your husband,
between both,
where will you fall back to? You understand? It's good to have a joint account, but at the same time, everybody should have their individual accounts. Yeah. But I cannot advise and say don't have an account or something. But as an individual in life, you need to be wise.
Exactly. And I think most of the time, though people believe men want all the responsibility at home, but I think women are more involved. We take care of the finances at home. The children are always with us. We know what they need. And we are always there to them. Men don't know. Sometimes you might think these children need something, and men will tell you, they don't need it yet.
Exactly. And as a mother,
you take them out. You know they need
it. Just like what happened to me today. I was telling my husband. I called him and I said, you know what? We just came back from W.H. Smith. Yeah. And he said, what did you guys went to do? Yeah. And I told him, your boy need 5 books. He's telling me he wanted to buy Diary of the Wimpy Kid. And when we got there, it's like £8.99 for one. And he said he wanted 5. At the end of the day, he also bought a pencil case from Smuggles. At the end of the day, the money is amounting to like 60-something pounds. If I don't have my personal account, I'll be waiting for my husband to transfer money. Or if I'm calling him and I cannot reach him, you understand? Yeah. As a mother, you actually need to be able to resolve. And
that's why it's even advisable for mothers to work. People said, it's not easy. Why would a lot of us be working while schooling? I know it's not easy, but we just need money of our own. And besides, here in the UK, there are lots of responsibility, bills to be paid. Do you want to kill the man?
Yeah, that's it.
You can kill him.
We are supporters. We just need
we
to
have to be so supportive.
Yeah. Even though he said he was going to return the money, but at least I've made the boy happy. I've built his mental health status.
Like Mommy Dejumo used to say that a lot of people were against that words when Mommy Dejumo made that statement. That when your husband asks you for 1,000,
give him 2,000,
and you cannot even provide, it's a shame.
Yeah, actually.
I never realized that until I started working and I experienced that, and I realized that sometimes those men do go broke.
I know.
And they just need you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be them. And believe me, here in the UK, I read an article that talks about, this finance issue leading to is the highest issue factors
that
causing
divorce
in this country.
Yeah.
And it's so sad, honestly, and leading to mental illness as well. Do you know?
Yeah. It can be depression.
Yes.
Frustration. Yeah.
And when someone is frustrated, is a risk factor to mental illness.
Yes.
So it's really so sad. I think personally, the best thing is to have about 3 accounts in the family, which we operate. Individual, it's just a personal decision. Whatever you want is different from what I want. But I just think it's just the best thing. Mommy needs her own, daddy needs his own. Then you should have a joint one where they run the family finances. It's a very good idea. So do you have any advice for for people?
I'll just advise women and in fact people in general about their mental health status. Always pay attention to your health. Take regular exercise.
Yeah.
Eat healthy. Socialize. Communicate with people. Don't be in isolation. Have a good person, a best friend, like someone you can confide.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, but these days it's really very difficult to confide in people. That's even leading to mental illness. Yes. I tell people always tell me, why are you constructing things in such manners that you always, connect everything with mental illness? But it's absolutely true. Sometimes you can confide in a friend, and before you know it, that friend is not who you think she is, especially we women. It's so painful. And your best friend, like I heard from an architect, what's this lady's name, in Mommy Adejumo's show, that your best friend will always have a best friend. You speak to someone and you confide in the person,
and then they'll go back and tell their best friend.
Isn't that sad?
You can make your spouse your best friend.
Yeah.
Confide in him and he confides in you.
It's just the best thing that anyone can do. Just make sure you have a good relationship with your husband. Like me, I love to talk so much. I'm so vocal. So but what I do is I just love to talk to my children so much. I discuss with them, blah, 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 because I know they won't go and tell their friends, and before you know it, I'm so optimistic, I will just forget. But communication is very important. It's good to speak. When you speak, you relieve yourself of the burden. It's very, very. What's your advice for a lady who is depressed because of her man, who she thought would be in a relationship with her, but she's with someone else?
Who is with someone else? Is it the lady or the man?
I think it's the man.
Anyway, it's all boiled down to you as an individual. When you're choosing him, choose your friends and know who they are. You understand? We should understand each other right from the beginning. And it's not a do or die affair. If he doesn't love you, there's no point staying in that marriage. You
don't have to force anyone
if
to
you're
love
not married, if it's just a relationship, let's go. You get someone else.
Even if you're married.
You don't have to be depressed because of the man. No.
You don't have to be depressed, but you just have to keep praying until the person. But one thing is, you just have to let go in your mind.
Yeah. Let's go and move on. Move on with life. If you're not married, I will advise you to just leave. Leave the relationship.
Just it's an abusive relationship, honestly. It's emotional stress.
Emotional abuse. Yeah. Because even if you get married to this man will still continue doing this.
People
stuff,
hardly change. You think you can't change people. Yeah. There are things you cannot really change.
Because he's really doing it to hurt you.
If the person really loves you, we want to stay with you. There won't be any point of him staying with another person. So I believe the person does not have any feelings for you. Or probably I used to hear people say men are polygamous in nature, but the man is with someone else. He left her.
It doesn't matter. We'll move on. You get someone else. You get someone better off than him. Don't get
meant
depressed.
For each other.
You're not meant for each other.
The right man is out there.
He is out there for you. You go
it's
there.
It's not left to you to build yourself.
Dress up. Look after yourself. Be healthy.
Build your self-confidence.
You see a nice man. You see someone who loves you more than that.
Yes. You will meet someone that loves you. The man is not meant for you. You don't have. Why would you kill yourself for someone who doesn't even care about you? Why? No, you think about yourself first. That's not being selfish. Yourself first. You matter. And that's why I always tell women that you have to. Well, this man is with someone else. He left her. Well, I believe the person is not meant for you. If the person is meant for you,
don't get depressed about it.
Don't even be depressed about anything that has to do with that. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe on our YouTube channel and follow at Ninja Stop Mental Illness _Stigman. We'd love to have you next week again. Watch our live show. Join us on YouTube as well. Thank you so much. And as usual, I would love to leave you with these takeaway words, words of encouragement. Endeavor to care for the body, and don't forget to take charge of your mind. It's very important. Take charge of your own mind. Do not let anyone take care of your mind for you. You are the only one that can do it yourself. You have to just make sure you eat good foods and make sure you think positively. Remain optimistic. It's a very good thing. abstain from bad diets, and stay away from negative thoughts. The mind, remember, the mind and the body interactions are often conceptualized by healthy living. Thanks so much, and we hope you join our program, our next show next week as usual, 6 p.m. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone that joined the show. Share our videos and have a very blessed week. Bye.